Hello YouTube, welcome back to my kitchen. Before I start Jenluv's Kitchen, episode 2, I wanted to give a little shout out to someone on another message board community that I participate in. Thank you, Jen, for the Secret Santa gift. Check this out. Oh. But please excuse me for not wearing it through my entire video because I'm a little nervous that people are going to think my food will kill them if I wear this. So I'm going to change into another apron that may be a little bit more appropriate. Speaking of Christmas, I will be making for you a really good holiday treat for you. I was in the store last year and I saw white chocolate peppermint bark and it looked really good and I bought it and it sucked. I was like, dude, I could totally make this and it's so super easy, you don't even have to measure anything. That's how easy this recipe is. I'll show you, you'll see. Okay, what you're gonna need for this recipe is really, really easy. Okay, you're going to need some really yummy white chocolate. I do not suggest that you use these. Okay, really good in cookies, not so good in this. A pound is good. The other thing you're going to need are some mints. Take all the mints out of the package and put them in the bag. For those of you that need an exact measurement, cannot do a recipe without an exact measurement, I like to use about a cup. So I'm gonna put them in my bag. And it's okay if some of them are broken because we're going to smash them. We're gonna break them. We're gonna break them into little teeny tiny pieces and it's gonna be so much fun. Okay, now there are many options of how to crush peppermints. One thing, you smash them on the floor. Okay, or yes, and make sure you use a freezer bag and not a regular bag. I'm all about these aggression cooking videos. I'm stabbing things, I'm slamming things. This is the best. Got a little hole in it. Maybe I should quit on breaking the mints now. Maybe just a little bit more. You can use a hammer. You can use your foot. Ow, that hurts. Not a good idea. Don't use your foot unless you're wearing shoes. Okay, I just realized something. I realized that I said that anybody could make this recipe. And that's not true. Only people with pots can make this recipe. Notice that I mean pots. 2 quart saucepan. Un rabbit chocolate. Un rabbit chocolate. Feed me more. I feel like Swedish chef. Un rabbit chocolate. Right there. Okay, people that are really into candy making are going to so disagree with the way that I cook this chocolate. But you know what? My target audience is not candy makers. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put in the pot and we're gonna put it on the oven on like medium-high heat. Now, you have to make sure that if you're using a saucepan that is non-stick, that you use plastic. Never, ever use metal on a non-stick pan or pot, ever. Because you will scrape the Teflon off and you will cause more cancer in your body than Teflon already causes. But that hasn't been proven, I'm just saying. Alright, now while this is melting, you want to make sure that you are constantly stirring it. It probably takes about 5 minutes for it to be completely melted. Okay, now that I've got my pan, I'm going to use a pan kind of like this size. The smaller your pan is, the thicker your bark's going to be. The bigger your pan is, the thinner your bark's going to be. So you want it to be kind of thick. So I like this size. So I'm using our non-stick cooking spray and we're going to spray it all over the pan. You can't really dance too well while you're stirring. So I'll dance as best as I can. And I'm stirring, and I'm stirring, and I'm dancing, and I'm stirring. Okay, we're almost done. Looks good. Now I did have to turn the heat down a little bit. I turned it closer to medium heat. If you start seeing it bubble at all, turn the heat down. Okay, and what you want to do is you want to pour the peppermints in dusty, peppermint dusty. You gotta remove this from the heat when it's totally done. And I'm gonna take mostly the smaller pieces and put them in. If I have big chunkies, You can use some big chunkies, but not a lot. You definitely don't want any whole mints. Like these that are really, really big, take them out, because you can need to crush those later. In order to get into my food, you must pass the Jenluv screening test. I'm screening you. Can you act? No. I'm gonna pour. These are the biggest lumpies that I have in here. You see them? Those are the biggest lumpies that I have. These are all going in here. Okay, and it's good. You need to leave some out anyway. You don't want to dump them all in. And I'm just gonna stir it up. You see that? Hopefully you can. I'm gonna smash up some more of these mints. Okay, now the rest of my mints that were not chopped are now chopped. I'm going to leave out a handful of the big chunkies in here. Maybe a handful and a half, just to make sure. And I'm gonna pour the rest of the big chunkies into my chocolate. And it should look kind of lumpy at this point. Now what you do is you pour it into your pan. I'm looking at this pan and I'm thinking it might be too big. Got all of it out. Ooh, this is a good time, because this time you get to lick the spoon. Oh, I'm not supposed to lick that spoon because I still have to spread it. All right. You see that? You want to spread it over to the edges. Future reference, nobody's perfect, and use an 8x8 or a 9x9 pan. Okay. Once you've got it on your pan, see, look, I only used a little bit of my pan. I didn't use the whole thing. Okay, but that's okay. Then I'm going to take my chunkies that I saved, and I'm going to sprinkle them on the top. See? Look how pretty it is. Now I'm going to put it in the refrigerator and let it cool off. Now, while you're waiting, you can do a little dance, and you can lick your spoon.
Mom made beans for dinner. No, I ate them all. Said, come get your coat on, going to the mall. Gonna visit Santa, sit upon his knee. But all that I could think about was how not to cut the cheese. Waiting there for Santa, I thought I'd explode. The gas bubbles were bigger. Every ho ho ho.
Okay, it has been
my best to hide it. That I was
about an hour and a half.
when I sat down on Santa,
Check it out.
we hollered, what
Looks
the
pretty doggone good. Now, we are going to break up our bark into little pieces. One thing that's really good about this is you can break it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You can break it however you want to. Okay, are you ready to see the final product?
or a bat? I asked him.
Yay, look how pretty. Look, and Santa says hello. Santa likes peppermint. Okay. Now let's taste it.
I let one slip out.
Let's see, get a little piece. Because it's supposed to be, I'm supposed to be eating dinner now. That is fabulous. I'm very glad I used good white chocolate instead of crappy white chocolate. Yummy. But I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. And if you are Jewish, I hope you had a wonderful Hanukkah. I know it's almost over, but I hope it was good. I just realized how big my head is. And I wouldn't want to look at somebody's head that big. Anyway, Merry Christmas, and Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa, and all those good things. And I will see y'all soon. Mad love, my friends. Bye. Merry Christmas.